Recently, I watched the film The Shape of Water, directed by Guillermo del Toro. This movie was fun, well crafted, and the attention to detail in this film was insane. The acting, the cinematography, and the dialogue in the film were amongst the best of the year. However, the main thing that stood out in this movie for me was the use of color. It was impossible for me to not notice every color that popped up on the screen. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the main two colors used in this movie, green and red. And if you haven't seen the movie yet and you feel like you're going to check it out soon, I wouldn't recommend watching this video because there are going to be major spoilers. Okay, do I still have some of you? Let's get into the video. This is a green movie. You can see that right from the movie poster and from the trailer. But what does this green represent? In the film, a car salesman tells the antagonist of the film, Richard Strickland, that the green Cadillac he was selling is the car of the future. After a brief conversation about Strickland not liking the color green, the salesman assures Strickland that the car isn't green, but it is teal, which really is close enough to green. Strickland ends up buying the car. I disagree with the statement about the car, and really about the color green. This doesn't represent the future, it represents the status quo in the process of ignoring new, evolving ideas. And green is all around in this film. The clothing, the vehicles, the candies Strickland eats, and the overall hue of the movie is green, showing that the status quo is green. Now that you know what I think of the color green in the film, what does red mean? The first example of red that sticks out to me was the jello that Eliza's friend Giles painted. After showing his work to a possible buyer, he is told to make the jello green to keep up with the times. Here we understand that people feel green is modern and realistic. Giles is a character that is a walking example of changing ideologies. He is a gay man living in a society where it's unacceptable to be gay. He masks his emotions with the green key lime pie that he pretends to like so he can get to know a young worker at a pie shop better. However, the one time he doesn't get the key lime pie and chooses a pie of a different color, he is humiliated and kicked out of the shop for being gay. Because green represents the rejection of open-mindedness, that means that red must represent enlightenment. The first character to wear red in the film is Eliza. Late into the film, she wears a red headband to work. That same day, she tells off Mr. Strickland. Or I guess she signs him off because she is mute. This red hairband represented her enlightenment and gave her the courage to do something that she wanted to do ever since she met Strickland, and that is oppose him to his face. The enlightenment I'm talking about in this example is the fact that Eliza sees the creature as something else and something different than most characters in the movie. She sees it as a living organism and something beautiful when other people see it as a monster. For Eliza, the color red resembles her growth as a character. Early in the movie, there's a shot dedicated to showing what pair of shoes she picks. You see shoes of different colors, and of course, she chooses green. As Eliza starts to fall in love with the amphibious creature, she wears more and more red and eventually is completely dressed in it. We later see Eliza in a completely red outfit at the end of the film. She is finally enlightened and wants to free this beautiful creature into the wild and save it from being killed by Strickland. Another form of red in this film is the color of blood. And I'd say the best use of this color to prove my point would be the blood all over Strickland when he gets killed by the amphibious creature. His final words before death are full of enlightenment, being, "You are God," or something like that. When Strickland is covered in red blood, he is now open-minded as a character. The discovery of the creature's healing powers would completely change his thoughts on the creature, and it's likely he wouldn't want to kill it anymore, but rather use it as a tool of war, because he's kind of a scumbag. Other examples of red in this film is the phone in Strickland's office that the general uses to call him, giving him information, and perhaps the most obvious one, the movie theater. As for the movie theater, it might be an on-the-nose message that people can become enlightened and learn from cinema. Those are my thoughts on the color use in The Shape of Water. Let me know what you thought of this movie in the comment section down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.